In July, somebody is really down bad for you, but the situation is not healthy. This person might not even really be an emotional person, but this Mercury retrograde is getting them very emotional. You might receive some sort of really impulsive communication that comes out of nowhere. This is not just in relation to love though. I feel like career-wise, unexpected beginnings, opportunities. I feel like July is going to be a month of reconfiguration. So there's a lot of analyzing of how you actually want to be spending your time. You might surprise yourself with what you're finally deciding to let go of. You were previously in a position of vulnerability where you could get hurt, where maybe you had put yourself out there, your heart, whatever the case was. Now this is not the case. You are going to be in a position of power where you can move forward with the Chariot. Temptation in July is going to be at an all-time high, where if you were really good at saying no to certain things, you can go to the extremes, okay? Some of you, I see you having a wild night, or maybe like partying a lot, and at the time it seems great until like it's going to be August and you're going to be like feeling like you are almost waking up from a dream. Whatever tends to feel really, really good to you will be like that same feeling times 10. If you're usually the person who keeps it all together, like you're the good guy, July, good guy, good girl, this month you could want to loosen your reins. I also see you being in an energy where you want to be extremely sensual. You could find yourself maybe dancing more, singing, making art, dressing in such a way, makeup, like it can be stepping into actually a very, very sultry energy this month. Some younger female in your life could be bringing you some sort of good luck, so keep a lookout for that. We have wealth, career, and karma, so you can end up reaping benefits that you've been waiting maybe this whole year. You can really turn your finances around. It really depends on though what you've been doing previously, like how you've been operating this year. If you have really been putting in your A game, this month brings a lot of potential to take this accumulated wisdom and basically take things to the next level for yourself. We have paradise, glam it up, and not enough. This is the devil energy. Externally, you could be going through a glow up. Like I said, you could be going out more, you could be dressing up more, and even this month's going to be a bit of an emotional roller coaster. It feels like the highs will be high, and the wounds, Mercury retrograde, that have been beneath the surface that you've not been dealing with, that you've been pretending, oh, I'm okay with this, you're going to realize I'm actually not okay with it. Let's dig deeper in part 2. July is going to be an emotional roller coaster where the highs will be high and the lows will feel very low. This will be one of your most creative months this whole year. So creativity is the act of making something, whatever that is. So it could be trying a lot of new things. Passion projects can bring opportunities for success. There's a rejuvenated energy coming through in terms of career, and you will have solutions. If you've had like they say, writer's block, if you've had creativity block, this month very much gives, let me show the world what I'm made of. It makes sense that it's such an emotional roller coaster of a month, this Mercury retrograde, because emotion births creativity, right? Inner transformation births creativity. If you've really worked on hyping yourself up these past couple months, or bringing yourself out of your comfort zone, just putting in steady effort, this month is going to yield results for you. If you've really been playing it safe, you've been down on yourself, if there's a lot of self-limiting beliefs we still need to work on, this might end up just being the month that gives you a wake-up call to the emotional frustration that's been simmering under the surface, and it comes to the top for you to say, let me find myself out of the situation. July will be Vedic Cancer season. There's a lot of planets in Cancer right now. The energy is very Cancerian, and Cancers are very underestimated for their ability to initiate, but Cancer is a cardinal sign. It's about starting. This black cat and white cat energy is hilarious because in Vedic astrology, Punarvasu Nakshatra and Ashlisha Nakshatra, they're ruled by cats. So you can feel like you're almost more in that feline-esque energy where you're more selective. But when you're holding on to something, the attachment can run very, very deep. Cats are all about grooming. So you could find yourself just a bit more tedious and like detail-oriented about certain things, annoyed easily. Cats have hypersensitivity, so you might just have less room for and patience to go and do things that you don't actually want to do. If you've been in an on and off relationship, or if like, you know, with this whole Mercury retrograde fiasco, if you know somebody like feels stuff for you, well, their feelings this month, the Phoenix, this is about something being renewed, can lead to very passionate sort of renewal. But I always say be careful with Mercury retrograde, because sometimes what's renewed isn't meant to last. However, if you're pouring into what you know promises, do you know if this person is promising stability, security, and a solid foundation? Does their behavior insinuate that? Well, this is where roots and foundations can be laid. And that goes for every arena in your life. We just had that full moon in Sagittarius in the Mula Purvashada cusp, correct me if I'm wrong.